Hello everyone and welcome to Retail Archaeology and Daiso. This is the new location that opened a few months ago in Chandler, Arizona. If you're not familiar with Daiso, it's a discount store chain that was founded in 1977 in Japan. They were founded as a 100 yen store, which is very similar to the dollar store business model here in the United States. And just like that model here in the United States, there's not really a lot that's 100 yen anymore, just like there's not a lot that's $1 in our dollar stores anymore. Currently, Daiso has around 3,600 stores in Japan, and then about an additional 2,300 stores outside of Japan. They opened their first store in the United States in 2005 near Seattle, Washington, and currently there are 90 Daiso stores in the United States. Some of the products here have their prices still marked in yen, but thankfully there's these handy conversion charts throughout the store. I've done videos covering places like Family Dollar and Dollar Tree and Dollar General and 99-cent only store, so I thought it would be interesting to compare Daiso to those. This was my first time in a Daiso location, and I think really the closest of all the discount stores I could compare this to is probably Five Below. I haven't done a video covering the Five Below store chain, but they are interesting stores, so let me know down in the comments below if you'd like to see a video covering them. Something I don't think I've ever seen at any other discount store here in the United States is a origami section. And it's not just this little end cap here with these little small origami kits, they've got a whole section of origami paper. They do seem to have a bigger selection of things like stickers and stationery and notebooks and pens than I've seen at other discount stores. There were several aisles of this kind of stuff near the front of the store, along with several aisles of candy and snacks, which we'll take a look at later on in the video. They also carry dishes and bowls and cups and things like many other discount stores, but the stuff here seemed a little bit nicer than what you would find at other discount stores. The plates and dishes that I have right now are from IKEA, and once those wear out, I might actually consider looking at the stuff here as a replacement. I'm used to discount stores kind of being trashed, so it was pretty refreshing to be in a store where stuff is a little bit cheaper but is so well organized. This is my first time in a Daiso store, so I'm not sure if they're all styled the same way, but I really do like the choice of bright colors that they've used in here, mainly pink, and I actually kind of like just the random words that are up on the wall as well. I know that seems kind of silly, but between that and the bright colors and everything, it feels very retro in here. I wish I could include some of the music that was playing in the store while I was walking around in here because it definitely added to the atmosphere, but it's what I assume to be Japanese pop and top 40 music, and unfortunately it triggers copyright issues on YouTube. I mentioned earlier that Daiso has 90 stores now in the United States, and if you're curious as to what states they're in, those states are Arizona, California, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, Texas, and Washington. If you live in one of those states and have a Daiso near you, I would recommend checking it out. I actually had a lot of fun poking around here for my first time. Now here's something I've never seen in a store before. They had signs up saying it was okay to use cameras and to take pictures of things and share on social media as long as you didn't take pictures of the employees, which made it really easy to film in here, and I actually found some neat stuff over in this little electronics section. Here's a watch stand for smartwatches that looks like an old classic Macintosh computer. If I had a smartwatch, I might have considered buying that. What I did end up buying though is this little desk fan that's made to look like an old 80s or 90s oscillating fan. I think it'll look kind of cool on a desk with one of my old computers, and it's marked 500 yen on the box, so if I look at the chart here, that works out to $6.25. Now here's something I haven't seen in a long time, a CD wallet. I remember having something like this in my car back when I was in high school. But everything's streaming now. They've got a toy section as well, and it's similar to the toy section at other discount stores, but they had some interesting stuff like this Lego knockoff Build-A-Racer set. They've got those capsules that you dissolve in water and they make the little sponge animals, but they have a pretty decent selection of them here. They've got ones that are food items, you've got your animals, it looks like bugs. There's a lot more of those than I'm used to seeing, so that's kind of cool. They've got a game called Mustache Touch Game, and I don't know why, but that sounds kind of dirty. That basketball game reminds me of the Tiger Electronics basketball game I had as a kid. Over on the end, they had these little petite block sets, and these look pretty cool. I just don't know that my hands could manipulate those little pieces anymore. Here's something else I don't think I've ever seen before. They had several aisles of these Ziploc style plastic bags with various licensed characters on them. And I don't think I've ever seen anything like that here in a store before. I'm just used to your regular old plain clear plastic bags. Before we head out of the store, I want to check out the snack food and candy because that's something that I always enjoy checking out at stores that sell things from another country. Over with the candy, they've got things like Haribo gummies, which is common at pretty much any store, but then they've got a really great selection of Hi-Chew next to it. I love Hi-Chew, and whenever I see these at any other store, there's usually just one or two varieties. They have a refrigerated beverage section, and they do have the UCC brand canned coffee. I love that stuff, and I made sure to grab a can of that on the way out. And they've got things like Lay's potato chips, but they've got like ketchup flavored Lay's potato chips, which I don't see at a lot of places. And then there's a lot of other snacks and things that are imported from Japan. I always have so much fun looking at this stuff. They have a lot of varieties of instant noodles as well. And they've even got the wasabi peas. They've got a really nice selection of Pocky. My grocery store carries this, but they only have like 2 flavors, and they don't have the banana chocolate flavor, which is my favorite. Besides candy and snacks, they do have some regular food here. I guess you could call it like lunch food. They've got the instant noodles, which I ended up grabbing this package here. I grabbed it upside down there at first, but what drew my eye to it was the fact that the character on the front kind of looks like a South Park character. These are chicken flavored instant noodles, and I like how they were like in little individual packets, so those seem like something that would be easy to make for lunch. They have various seasoning packages, and they have things like cans of red bean paste. So yeah, like I said, it's things that I feel like you could throw lunches together with real quick. They've got rice, and they've got these curry package kits. They don't actually come with the meat or anything like that. I think it's just the sauce, and maybe that's it. I've kind of always wanted to try one of these. I didn't grab one this time, but I probably will next time. And there will be a next time, because I had a lot of fun poking around in here, but now it's time to head out and enjoy my coffee. But before we wrap up the video, let's go take a closer look at that silly little fan and those noodles that I bought. So here's a closer look at the fan and the instant noodles that I bought. The fan is really small, and it doesn't oscillate on its own, but you can adjust the head up and down a little bit and move it around. This knob isn't functional either, it's just a push button to start. I think it's kind of cool. I like, 90s themed things, and this very much reminds me of the 90s. You just plug it into a USB port, and then this button starts it. And it's got 3 speeds. That's the highest. Just kind of give you an idea of how hard it's blowing. Here's a paper towel. It blows it pretty good. And then here's the instant noodles. And I thought these looked really good too, because these look like a good lunch portion. Something I can make while I'm on my lunch break, and it's really easy to make. It cracks me up that looks so much like a South Park character. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and make it just like it is here on the package, except for I don't have those. I don't know what those are, those little like spiral things, but I have eggs and I have green onions, and the instructions are pretty simple. Just 1 packet of noodles per cup of boiling water, cook for 2 minutes, and top with green onions and eggs. So that's what I'm gonna do. Well, I'd say that looks pretty good. I'm actually excited to eat that. It's supposed to be chicken flavor. And I just realized the best part is I can use the fan to cool off my noodles. Look at that. That might actually work. Well, everyone, I think I am going to go ahead and dig in to my ramen here. As always, thanks for watching. Want to see your name here? Head on over to patreon.com/Retail Archaeology to find out how you can help support the channel. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out my video on Daiso. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and also make sure to follow at the social media links down there because that's the best way to keep up with what's going on with the Retail Archaeology channel.